Hello, in this video we are talking about events that are not mutually exclusive. So those are events that can happen at the same time. So it's something like drawing a card that is a heart and also a 2, or I don't know, I don't have another good example for you. The cards are the easy ones. If A and B are not mutually exclusive, so if they can happen at the same time, then the probability of A or B happening is the probability of A plus the probability of B. There's my goofy little typo again that I will fix on your version, minus the probability of A and B happening. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So there's my definition and my little formula I'm going to use, again with my annoying typo. So for example, for A, it says, if you are dealt one card from a standard 52 deck, what is the probability of getting a diamond and a face card? Again, your face cards are a king, queen, or a jack. Well, I know that in my deck, I have 13 diamonds, I have 4 kings, 4 queens, and 4 jacks. So that'll be helpful to us in our problem. So if I want to find the probability that we get a diamond, or the probability that it is a face card. So diamond or face, that's how I'm going to abbreviate. To do this, since those could both happen at the same time, I could pull a diamond king, a diamond queen, or a diamond jack. We're going to do the probability of drawing a diamond plus the probability of drawing a face card minus the probability of doing both. So minus the probability of a diamond and a face. So for my first probability, I know I have 13 diamonds out of 52. For face cards, I have 4 kings, 4 queens, 4 jacks, so that's 12 out of 52. And then for the last one, we want the probability that it's a diamond and a face. Well, there is one of each suit, so there's a diamond king, a diamond queen, and a diamond jack, so there's 3 out of 52. Again, I'm giving you the numbers here. If you don't know about cards, there'll be a picture. You can just check it out. We are going to go ahead and take care of the top first. So I do 13 plus 12. That gives me 25. And then if I subtract 3 from that, I get 22. Please ignore me typing that into my calculator. I probably could have done that in my head, but no shame in that calculator game. If I do 22 divided by 52 and I simplify that in my calculator, I end up getting 11 out of 26, which tells me that you could have just divided these both by 2, and you get 11 out of 26. And that's your final answer for number 4A. Let's go ahead and look at 4B. 4B says, in a group of 50 students, 23 take math, 11 take psychology, and 7 take both math and psychology. If a student is selected randomly, find the probability that the student takes math or psychology. So now this is something that is not mutually exclusive. It can happen at the same time. You can take a math class and you can take a psychology class. You just probably can't take them the same hour, but you could be taking both classes. So because it's mutually exclusive, we are going to do the probability that you're taking math, I'm going to call it M, or psychology, which we'll represent with a P. To do that, we're going to do the probability that you take a math class plus the probability you take a psych class minus the probability that you're taking math and psych. So in order to do that, we're going to set up our fractions. For my first one, we know we have 23 students who are taking math, so we have 23 out of my total, which is 50. We're going to add to that the 11 taking psychology out of my total again, which is 50. And then we're going to subtract from that the number taking both. So I know 7 are taking both math and psychology, so minus 7 over my total, which is 50. Again, we're going to simplify that top, 23 plus 11 minus 7, which gives me 27. I'm not sure if I can simplify that. I kind of think I can't. Yeah, that doesn't simplify, so that is my final answer, 27 over 50. All right, and that is how you solve problems where the events are not mutually exclusive. All right, thank you for watching. As always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to your teacher.